All right, peace and blessings, Josh. Your brother T. Ben. I wanted to discuss this whole pro-black thing and what it means, and what it means to be a pro-black and how we use it today. Excuse me. And because it seems like I hear a lot of people now. Well, not now, but just in general, when you talk about being a pro-black, they automatically attach it to, I guess, radicalism or extremism or anti-something else. And so if you break down pro, using pro as an adverb, for example, is, on the affirmative side of, and then if you're using it as a preposition, it's in favor of. So, but myself, whenever I hear somebody say, are you a pro-black? My response is always, I'm a progressive black. And it's almost a play on words to an extent, progressive and then pro-black. But my thing is this: yes, I am in favor of black people. I'm on the affirmative side of black people in their actions, only if their actions are progressive. I don't support every single black person if they're doing foolishness or they're not trying to progress us as a people. And progressing us as a people meaning economically, spiritually, socially, politically. And so the whole thing is really understanding what it means to be a pro-black as opposed to what it may have used to have been to an extent, and also what is it really benefiting us to be a progressive black. So it's economically speaking, again, it's socially speaking, spiritually speaking, politically speaking. Those type of things as a people is how we progress, because it's all about improving our quality of life. At the end of the day, it's about improving our quality of life. That's the whole goal in life. You want to make sure you live a comfortable life for yourself and then for the future generations, for your family. At a point to right now, all of us living now, we must understand that what we are doing today to better our situation is not for our benefit right now. It's no instant gratification in this right here. This is all to create systems for future generations so that they don't have to put up with what we're putting up with today, to a certain extent, because we don't live in a perfect society. We probably never will. But the whole purpose is to build infrastructure now so that our future generations can benefit from it. And that's from systems in media, creating our own media outlets, progressing as a people, creating our own, educational systems to progress as a people, to aid in our education, to aid in our perception of life, how the whole paradigm thought that we have when we walk on the planet, all that must progress and it must go forward. Right now, we haven't been moving forward. We've been stagnant, or if not going backwards to an extent. So along with that, political interest. So in our communities, doing things, getting policies passed, or creating our own policies when we get to the point to where we can call our own shots, to progress us as a people. So again, whenever the subject comes up about, are you a pro-black? I always answer, I'm a progressive black. So it's not that I support black people as long as they are progressing, long as their actions and their motives and their deeds, their behaviors is for the betterment of our people now, and then of course long term. And just also to reiterate something that we all should know by now is that if you're pro-black does not make you anti something else, because at the end of the day, we still want to have a great quality of life. We don't want to put ourselves in a position to where we are continuing a war. But let me be honest, let me kind of back up and go back to reality. It seems as though no matter what we do as a people, we always will be at odds with a particularly other group. But still, it doesn't mean you are anti something else. Not necessarily from the definition. You can be anti this. That doesn't make you pro this either. You may just stand in the middle. You may hate a particular behavior. You're anti racism in the aspect of a social aspect, meaning bigotry. So let's take the word racism out there. Let's say anti-bigot, and that can just, it stands alone. It just stands alone. So again, those who say that they are not pro-black, I don't understand what they mean by that. I don't understand if they mean they don't support, are they not in favor of black people, or if they're not on the affirmative side of the actions of, I guess, you know, it has to be progressive black people. But the thing is that it's almost like when somebody says they're not pro-black, it means that they feel like when they say that they are attached to just this one group of people, only what they do, you know, that's not the case. You know, now me being a pro-black means that I am in support of our business. So if, for example, if there's a Irish festival, if I don't show up to that festival, it doesn't mean I'm anti-Irish. It just means that I didn't support the festival. I don't have a disdain or hate for Irish individuals. You know, just as an example, you don't have to be anti something because you're pro this. But I'll keep this short and simple. That's really much all I wanted to point out, you know, in this video here. It's been a minute since I've actually made a video, but I kind of feel compelled based off some other ones that I've been watching and hearing how people saying they're not pro-black, and not even just in videos, but just in life, period. You know, talking to people that I know, asking them how they feel about pro-blacks and what it means to them. It's a lot of confusion. What it seems as though a lot of people are associating that with radicalism, you know, with extremism, and that you are anti this, meaning you can't like this because you're pro-black. And as I'm saying, using black as, you know, let's say a verb in this instance, or an adverb being pro, you know, meaning you are on the affirmative side of black people. But myself, I'm a progressive black person, meaning I am in, you know, in favor of a progressive black person. So yeah, a good play on words. Yeah, I am pro-black. I am for black people. I want my people to excel. I want the quality of life to get better, you know. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say, y'all. Peace.